happy to switch the date, please.
No, I don't think we need you for one case, Mr. All right. Then the record that Mr. Davis is present and in custody. Mr. Davis does not have an attorney. Mr. Palal and Mr. DeJacco are here on behalf of the state. Mr. Davis, have you been able to retain the services of counsel?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to appoint an attorney to represent you today. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so based upon, it's my understanding the public defender's office is not.
Your Honor, may I approach on that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Royal and Mr. Campbell, it's my understanding you guys are able to confirm as counsel today?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, have you had a moment to speak with Mr. Davis about an arraignment?
We did, Your Honor, this morning.
Okay, are you prepared to go forward with the arraignment?
Yes, today, Mr.
Okay,
Davis.
before we get to that, we have one thing. Are you guys taking this to death review?
We are not.
And, okay, the state is not seeking going to death review on this, so are you prepared?
Yes.
Okay?
Excuse me,
Yes, Mr.
what does
Davis?
that mean?
Okay, I'm asked, in every murder case, in every first degree murder case, I have to ask the state if they are going to commit to a committee to try to seek the death penalty. I just asked them that and they said no.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
okay.
Okay, so in light of that, Mr. Davis, sir, what is your full name?
Duane Keefe D.
How old are you?
60.
How far did you go in school?
I did like a year in college.
Okay, I'm sorry, what was the last thing you said?
UCLA?
Do you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcoholic beverages at this time?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand the proceedings that are happening here today?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, are you familiar with the one charge that you're facing?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that charge?
Yes, ma'am.
As to that charge, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Sir, you have the right to have a jury trial set within 60 days. Would you like to invoke or waive that right?
Very.
Okay? This case is going to be assigned to Department 2. This case is going to have a status check trial setting in Department 2. That date is?
November 7th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I plan on get Mr. Goodman back on board as my attorney.
Okay, sir, if you choose to do that at any time, Mr. Goodman knows how to substitute in, and that can be done at any time. But for today's purposes, to get this case moving, the special public defender will be appointed to represent you. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Lopez, you ready? Did you have anything else?
Nope, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Owens, are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Okay, so you are.
Larry Brown, page 13 of it.
Okay. Go to page 13. Hold on just 1 second, Mr. Owens.
Okay, what I'm going to do is make a quick statement. If there's a couple of questions, I'll take a couple of questions. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so today was pretty much just a formality. It was making sure that Mr. Davis had a lawyer. The case was continued a couple of times because there was an initial thought that he was going to hire a private lawyer, but that didn't work out, so the Office of the Special Public Defender was appointed, and he entered a not guilty plea, and this matter will get a trial date when it's set in front of the actual trial judge, which is in a couple of days. He did waive his right to a speedy trial, so I expect the trial date will be set sometime next year, and that's good. I think everybody wants this case to proceed through the criminal justice system, the prosecution certainly, and certainly Mr. Davis will have his opportunity to present whatever evidence he wishes to, and that's the way the criminal justice cases proceed through the criminal justice system.
Mr. District Attorney, we've heard the newly appointed defenders speak for Mr. Davis, say there would be no death penalty in this case. That's a decision you make, isn't it?
It is a decision, and this is a case that I and the committee discuss, and we determined that this was not the kind of case that should proceed with the seeking of the death penalty.
Will you share with us what the thinking is on that?
The thinking is that every case is unique, and this is a case where we didn't feel it was appropriate to seek the death penalty.
There was comments from attorney speaking for Mr. Davis last time, spoke about weaknesses in the prosecution case. In particular, no car, no gun, no witnesses from 27 years ago. Do you want to respond to that?
You know, there's always two perspectives in every single case. There's the perspective from the prosecution and there's the perspective from the defense. That's why we have a criminal justice system. That's why we have jury trials, so that both sides can present their sides of the story. That's why we have a jury system, and a jury will decide the ultimate outcome.
Have you spoken with your team about how this could potentially look at with the trial, with using his statements against him?
Well, of course. I discuss with my team all aspects of the case, the strengths and weaknesses, the types of evidence, so of course I've spoken with them.
What does that look like right now?
You know, I'm not going to get into the minutia of the evidence right now. It's been discussed in the media. Everybody knows that Mr. Davis has made certain statements over the last few years in different forms. That is part of the presentation by the prosecution. But again, Mr. Davis has his right to his day in court, and we look forward to that day in court. Okay, that's it. Thank you.